What's up, friend? Hector here, StrongAsHeck.com, with this week's Technique of the Week. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to improve your get-up, closing out the How to Improve Your Get-Up series. So part one, we went over the most common mistake in the get-up, which is usually where people kind of fall off, even candidates for to become kettlebell instructors, is that roll to the elbow. A lot of times we fall into this crunch, rolling up, or not rolling up, but crunching up to the elbow position, and it's actually a roll. We covered all of that. Part two, we went over the hip hinge and how to gain leverage over the kettlebell by hinging really deep and aligning our entire body underneath the bell, and then coming out of the hip hinge and making your way to standing. So today we're going to be closing out this series with something, I guess, something that we already know, but yet we don't really do. And this is something that I really work on myself. This is something I really like to focus on. So I generally don't do a whole lot of heavy get-ups. I rarely do get-ups with anything heavier than 32 kilogram. I don't really think you need anything really heavier than 32 kilogram. That's just me, but I don't really train. Now, obviously, if you want to achieve things like simple and sinister, or just because you like lifting heavy crap over your head, cool, do it. Just me personally, I don't like to generally go anything higher than 32, just as a personal preference. But occasionally, here and there, you know, I feel like testing myself. I'll hit the 40, I'll hit the 48. Probably like 3 months ago, I did a get-up with the 48, that what we call the Beast, and it was actually not bad. And so what I did was I just kind of kept doing get-ups, and I actually did 10 get-ups in just over 10 minutes. Which is not far from the standard for the sinister portion of simple and sinister. Anyway, I digress. The reason why I like to use nothing heavier than a 32 is because I really like to take my time. And I think that's where a lot of people can get lost in the get-up, is going too fast. So I think taking your time with the get-up is going to make your get-up obviously better. It's going to give you more time under tension, so this can actually add a little like muscle growth, a little bit, some hypertrophy, just because you're really taking time, spending more time under tension. So that's what we're going to focus on today, taking our time with the get-up. And in order to do that, we've got to use light to medium bells. So for men, anywhere from 16 to 24, maybe 32. I usually, like I said, don't go heavier than 32. Ladies, 8 kilos up to like 16 kilos, somewhere in between there. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe throughout the get-up. Weird, right? We're going to breathe. Breath is the most important thing. Breath does a couple of things. Breathing can make you really strong, which you're like the power breathing that is taught in the Strong First system, and that's that getting really tight, getting the abs tight, crushing the grip, and squeezing the glutes. So that power breath can make you really rigid, make you really strong, or your breathing can make you really relaxed. It can make you more flexible. So your breath is very powerful, okay? And we should get it right, because I want to say we breathe like 26,000 something times a day, some crazy number like that. So it would be wise to learn how to breathe correctly, right? So we're going to incorporate breathing at every station of the get-up, and it's going to force us to take our time. From there, I'm going to add a few little things here. And then at the end of the get-up, I'm going to mention something about the breathing, okay? At the end, just something that I've noticed, and it's just a preference of mine. It's not wrong to do it that way. It's just, again, my preference. So, which is why I have this channel. So that way I can say whatever the hell I want, and kind of just put my own 2 cents philosophy into the world. So I'm going to start on this side. I think I have everything. Sometimes I'll forget my head if I don't have it attached. At least that's what my wife says. I think I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Start on my side. So, what the hell am I doing? We're going to breathe 3 times at each station. Okay, so I'm going to roll to elbow. Actually, I'm going to roll to press. 3 breaths. Through the diaphragm, in and out through the nose. Keep my mouth closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth, your palate. Keep it on the roof of your mouth. And breathe, nasal. Into the nose, out through the nose. Focus on pulling that air into your belly, okay? 3 breaths there. Then we're going to do 3 breaths at the roll to elbow, 3 breaths at each station. That's going to force us to take our time and find something that, or just be aware of something that doesn't feel right. Like, oh man, like my hips feel a little bit tight here. That gives you a chance to breathe through it, relax some of those muscles, okay? Because sometimes we're actually holding ourselves up because of our breath, the muscles that we're trying to relax, okay? So I'm going to do 3 breaths at each station, so just bear with me. This is going to take a little bit. You can fast forward blah, 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 if you don't want to watch this part, okay? But that's what the whole episode's about. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to try not to smash my microphone here. Okay, roll to press. That is not normally how I would do a roll to press. I had to do it that way because I have the microphone on this side. So don't beat me up. Okay, so roll to press. Hip check, hand out. I got 3 breaths. I know this is boring. There's my 3 breaths. Roll to elbow, pull that bow and arrow. From here, as I breathe, I move my neck. Make sure I'm not holding any tension in my neck. Up to the palm. Check my neck. I always move my hand a lot too. I don't know why I do this. I think I move my fingers to ensure that I'm not really over gripping the bell. Now, as the bell gets heavier, when I get over 32, I have to grab the bell because you don't want to lose it, right? So when I'm with the lights, this is a 16 kilo. I can hold onto this for a while. I'll relax my hand. Make sure I'm not over gripping, okay? Now I'm going to go to my low sweep. Here. I'm going to turn sideways to you so you can see what the hell I'm doing. And I'll clear my neck again. Here's a little cool thing you can do to add here. No, I'll save that. No, I'll add it. Is you can like rock back and forth like this, really gentle. Because you're getting ready to do the hip hinge anyway. Hinge under, align the body, up. Okay, I'm going to adjust my stance to you. I'll breathe 3 times here. One thing you can do here, actually I'll turn sideways. One thing you can do here to further work this shoulder and T-spine is keep your ribs drawn down and do these little pulses with the bell. And it's kind of just prying at that T-spine a little bit, working that overhead position, and then from here I'll stand up. And then I get down just in one full motion. I don't go through all the breathing again. You totally could, but I take my time. I want to feel how things feel. Two hands. Put the bell down. So that's literally the way I like to do my get up. So as soon as I turn off this video, I'm going to do the other side because I know you don't want to watch the other side. It takes forever. So take your time with the get up, okay? Go through your breathing. Feel your body. How does the hip feel? Does my neck feel tight? Am I holding my tension in my neck? If you are, you won't be able to move your neck. So relax the shoulders. Move the neck side to side. Go through your breathing. I recommend like 3 breaths. Like my arm is pumping right now. Tricep, bicep, shoulder. It's pumping just because I was under tension for quite a bit of time. So that can lead to toning the arms, building some toned shoulders, the neck, traps, all that stuff. It works the whole thing. The longer you're under tension, you're going to really work the cardiovascular part. You're going to get your heart rate up a little bit. And you're working on mobility, and you're working on strength. You're getting everything in that one side of the get up. And you just 3 breaths at each station. Once I get to the top, I just come down nice and smooth. I don't do 3 breaths at each stage. I just do that on the way up. And then on the way down, I just come down under control and I take my time still. I still take my time. One note on the breath. It's very easy because in the hardstyle system that we teach at Strong First is constantly using that hardstyle breathing, that power breathing. Right? When we're swinging, when we're deadlifting, when we're pressing, we're always power breathing. And so it's very easy for that to creep into your getup. Okay? So you don't want to really power breathe as you're going through your getup. I hear a lot of people do that. Not that it's inherently wrong, but I want to allow my body to move, I guess, reflexively. Right? I want certain muscles, I don't want to have to worry about consciously, pre-tensing muscles to move. Okay? Now, as I say that, as you get to a heavier bell, 32, 40 kilo, and higher, you'll need to use that power breath like when you're coming out of a lunge, certain movements that are kind of grindy. So the getup is kind of a grind. It's actually more of a support movement, kind of like the bent press. But if you're using a 16 kilo, I see the people do this with a 16 or even a 24 for some of the men, and every movement, and again, not that this is wrong, but so with something that's light, I want to allow my body to just reflexively move the way it needs to. So with like a 16K or even a 24, it's like a robot. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Me, just personal preference. I want to take my time, and I want to move I want to move beautifully, right? Which is what the whole Kalos getup is all about. Beautiful strength, moving with grace, power, and making it look effortless. And I want to be able to breathe and relax and allow my body, everything reflexively to turn on. Now as I get heavy, once I get to like a 32 and higher, on the way up, once I'm in this lunge, once I'm here, yeah, I'll squeeze my fist tight a little bit. I'll squeeze the bell, and then I'll give me a little grunt, right? Or a little on the way up as I come up when I'm with the heavier bell. Sure, of course, you want to do that when you're with a much heavier load. But if you're like 24 kilo or less for the men, 16, 12, 10 kilo for the ladies, you really don't need to do a whole lot of power breathing. Allow your body to use that reflexive portion, which is essential. You don't have to worry, you don't have to rely on always having to do feed full retention when you're moving, right? You don't move throughout the day. You breathe normal, right? And your body has to learn how to reflexively engage certain muscles to allow you to move properly, right? So that's just the way I like to look at the getup. I don't do a whole lot of quote-unquote heavy getups. Again, not that they're wrong. I just don't do a whole lot of them. Probably mostly because of jiu-jitsu. My joints and my body's just kind of, I'm not in pain, but it just kind of sore all the time, just from my joints. And doing heavy get-ups for me just isn't something conducive for me. For you, you may love it and your body feels great, do it. But just not for me. Anyway, that's this week's Technique of the Week, closing out the How to Improve Your Get Up series. Taking your time, breathing, going through each stage, 3 breaths, feeling your body out, and finding those little kinks and ironing them out with your breath. Take your time. Have fun with it. If you have questions, leave something in the comment section below. If you're liking these videos, be sure to subscribe. Check out my other videos in the Technique of the Week series. Share this on Facebook, and share this wherever you normally share this. Text this to a friend that you know loves kettlebell. Say, hey, check this out. This would be a good video for you to learn. So I appreciate it. This helps me keep posting more videos. That's all I got. Again, I'm Hector with StrongestHec.com with this week's Technique of the Week.